Nandiama has finally demanded the unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu, but this time around, they say you must do that before the 2027 general election. So, I haven't really read the news in full details before now. I read the headline and, of course, the starting part of the news, and then I said, no, this one is worthy of bringing to your doorsteps. So we're going to read together in details for us to understand what they are talking about. And then if they are trying to use the situation of Nnamdi Kanu for politics, it's not going to happen. It's not going to work. We are going to resist it completely. We have resisted them before, and we're going to resist them again. In 2023, they tried to politicize the situation of Nnamdi Kanu, and we resisted it, and we won the matter. We won the case. We refused them. We denied them the opportunity to politicize Nnamdi Kanu's situation. So the age-long plan of politicization of Nnamdi Kanu's situation cannot work in 2026, 2027, since we did not allow it to work since 2021. Now, without further ado, we are going to read in details and understand what Ohanaeze is talking about. Now, I'll be reading from Daily Post Nigeria, one of the Zoo media platforms, and according to their headline, they said, 2027, don't be deceived. Free Nnamdi Kanu, Ohanaeze Ndigbo tells Tinubu. You can see the date published on April 9, 2026. It is actually today's news. The Apex Igbo Sociocultural Organization, Ohanaeze Ndigbo, demanded the release of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. Ohanaeze made the demand in Enugu on Thursday, declaring that the entire Igbos were in jail, not just the IPOB leader. All right, hold that thought. I will come back there. Kanu is currently in Sokoto prison following his conviction for treason. Now, they said here, Ohanaeze made the demand in Enugu on Thursday, which is today, 9th of April 2026, declaring that the entire Igbos, not only Igbos, entire Biafra is in jail. I concur. They can't say it better than that. Because the destinies of Biafra people have been locked in Sokoto, whether you like it or not. You may say, but individually you are doing well. Okay, you are doing well. But as a nation, Biafra nation, are you doing well? The answer is no. You are not doing well. Let us tell ourselves the truth. Our destinies have been locked in Sokoto prison. That is the truth. As a nation, as Biafrans. And whatever that happens to the nation, whatever that affects a nation, equally affects the citizens. So as we are all citizens of Biafra, our collective future is currently locked in prison in Sokoto. Are you getting me? So I've been saying it already before now. Thank God they are now seeing it. So we continue to read and see if they are trying to politicize this or they are just being neutral here. Now, speaking during Ohanaeze Imobi and General Assembly at the Ohanaeze National Secretariat in Enugu, the President General, Chief Senator John Azuta Mbata, said the government should not be deceived by those going around promising Igbo votes, stressing that Nnamdi Kanu should be freed first before anyone will talk about votes. Okay, hold that thought. A lot of people have assured Tinubu, Ndigbo, I'll be solidly behind him. Little did they know that we are angry. Listen, let me tell you, all those idiots call themselves city boys and city girls. We are waiting for them. Ever since they ran for their lives in Owerri, the criminal Obi Kubana and his assistant, Kubana chief priest, these are two bloodsuckers, criminals in Alibo, parading themselves as rich men, billionaires, but they are actual criminals. You understand? Trying to protect their ill-gotten money. They join APC, Amwabanisi in politics, thinking that they are going to use bags of rice and soyim marching with a few Okada to induce Ndigbo into forgetting Nnamdi Kanu in Sokoto prison. You call Tinubu election, Nigerian election, while our destinies are being locked up in prison, and you have the guts, you have people without shame. You are here telling us about vote and Tinubu. I love what happened to them in Owerri, and I'm waiting to hear any other time I hear say they are going somewhere for rally. They will be rest assured that something will go wrong. There will be the same thing that happened in Owerri. In fact, Owerri own was just the beginning. We are going to let them know that we know who we are. And those monetary inducement and the rice and the sewing machine cannot stop anything, because we know that those things were bought with the taxpayers' money. You understand? So our people will collect it. We are not going to reject it. No way. Our people will collect it and still stone you on top of it. They will collect it and stone you. That stone is to prove to you that they are very, very angry with you. They don't want to see you. They don't want to hear anything about you. But for these things you brought to induce us, we will collect it. We will collect it and, stone you on top of it. Mad people everywhere. Now they said, I have told the government that Nnamdi Kanu that is in jail is the entire Igbo land that is there. There is no Igbo man that is happy that Kanu is incarceration. 100%. There is no any reasonable Igbo man that is happy. The only people who are happy are those hungry ones that are waiting for or searching for recognition from Fulani. The likes of Chibuze Egbuatu, the likes of Chukwuka Fuebudem, all those ones. These are people who are fighting to see if there's any way one governor or one minister can recognize them. Chibuze Egbuatu did it. And Kadafaya, the late Ifeanyi Oba, recognized him, endorsed him, gave him some money. Orichagonega by now, Ega Google since. Ega Google long time ago, on acquiring in South Africa. Ega Google, money is gone. You understand? So to Chukwuka Fuebu na lele paro ya na wambo na fight to see anyhow. Hey, hope was them my recognize them also ludo. Akwa go no chanine. Cool on down. They said, let our people stop deceiving the federal government. We are calling on the government of Tinubu to release Nnamdi Kanu. This is the minimal demand of Ndigbo. The minimal demand of Ndigbo. I love that. Now, additional state creation is a welcome development. We are happy that it's receiving attention, he emphasized. Additional state in the southeast, whether my Keptra from Delta or my Keptra from Rivers. So I don't want to involve myself in any politics. Anything politics in the zoo is not my thing. My focus is Biafra. Whether with or without additional state, Biafra is my target. Now, they said, Mbata also condemned the stereotyping of the Igbo people. He, however, urged Ndigbo to be law-abiding and to be sensitive of the sensibility of their host communities wherever they find themselves, of course, in the world. So I think this one, he's talking about what happened in South Africa. Of course, let me just read it, but I don't want to analyze anything, because anything that is not of Biafra, Akamanara Adikawaya. Now, the diaspora people, your representation matters. Let your actions reflect the values we hold dearly in Igbo land. It is wrong for Igbo to go to other people's homes and behave as if there are no core values that our people prioritize. It is what you have gained from home that you take outside. We do not expect our people to go to various parts of the world and become lawless and begin to carry out all kinds of traditional practices that are not acceptable at home. Okay? Like as I said, this is for those in diaspora. The Ohanaeze PG also harped on the importance of Igbo language and culture, stressing that it was the fabric that binds Ndigbo together. You see, the man who is talking is from Ikwero. The Ohanaeze Ndigbo, Ohanaeze Ndioshin and Ndiama, President General, John Mbata. John Mbata is from Ikwere, is an Ikwere man. So where are the likes of Nyeso Hanwike? Ife otu a Nyeso Nwike nọ now, ọ kwesịrị ịga mmanya na ome. Nyeso Nwike and his likes, fa kwesịrị ịga maba n'ime ome. You understand? because the President General of Ohanaeze Ndigbo is an Ikwere man. Oh yes, he's an Ikwere man. For those, hey, Ikwere no be Igbo, Ikwere no be Igbo. Ine-efisi baka nkeri. Onye na-ekwu okwu, the man who is talking is from Ikwere, and he's the President General of Ohanaeze Ndigbo. How about that? Ikwere no be Igbo, abi? Mad people everywhere. Now, he said, let us promote it in our homes, in our schools, in our communities. He's talking about Igbo language. Our language is our identity. Let us preserve it for posterity. As you all know, the UNESCO published a report not too long ago that Igbo language is endangered and that Igbo language is declining. He declared that Ohanaeze had risen to the occasion by endowing professional chairs of Igbo language and culture at 4 universities. We will do more. We are going to award scholarships for study of Igbo language in universities. Okay. On our website, we are trying to start schools so that those of our people that are in diaspora, their children can study Igbo language online on our website, he further stated. He charged Igbo politicians to be bold, visionary, and accountable to the people, stressing that the people were watching and that history and posterity will judge them by their actions. So, of course, I'm not going to analyze this side. I have no business with whatever he's doing with Igbo or telling Igbo politicians, whatever he's telling Igbo politicians or doing with them, I don't care. It's none of my business. So what I want to say here is that they have demanded the release of Nnamdi Kanu, saying one word that resonates with everything. Imprisonment of Nnamdi Kanu is the